Haley Hobbs. Welcome to the stream, baby. I'm the first person in. Happy Grand Gamer Hugging Face. Welcome to the stream, baby. King Crown Smiley Beaming Face with Smiling Eyes 758. Welcome to the stream, baby. You musty.
All right. Hello, and welcome to another Mustman Prophecies Wrestling Podcast, episode 2. We're talking about SummerSlam. Oh, shoot.
Kenneth Bird.
Good to see you, Mr. Kenneth Bird.
Welcome to the stream, baby. Hi to everyone is
Topic
here
of
tonight.
conversation tonight, we're talking about SummerSlam
Streamlabs.
results
Welcome to the stream, baby.
and the musty thoughts about how everything went down.
I'm still going to be watching, but I'm also going to play Dead by Daylight.
Sounds good. Match 1. Liv Morgan defends against Rhea Ripley. So yes, she did defend with the help of Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Big assist, the steel chair assist. That I definitely seen that coming. Kind of definitely seen that coming a mile away. I think that was good moves on his part. Kind kind of had classic Eddie Guerrero vibes about it in a way. And Dominic just generates heat. Doesn't matter what he does. He doesn't have to do anything, but he generated more heat on top of the heat he already generates, which is kind of crazy.
The
Professor,
420
good to see you.
Professor.
I think that's Four Horsemen
Welcome
also
to
in the
the
chat.
stream,
Big shout out to
baby.
y'all. I think that's
Hi.
super crazy. So, yeah, there's that. Overall, the match in general, I'd give it like a C. Wasn't that dramatic. The best thing about it was the interference from Dominic, the whole holding the chair from to use it tactic, and then the double cross.
Sorry.
In the end there. So I'm glad you came in with the sorry. Yes, I'm glad you come in with that energy. Let's keep it up. And we'll be good. We'll be good. Appreciate that. Yeah, I give that match a C. Like I say, Dominic stole the shot match when it comes to how that went down. Why is it always showing me one match at a time here? Like, what the heck? I have to click on a different results. This one. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going in the right order here, but we'll go with Sami Zayn, Braun Breaker, Intercontinental Championship match. That's number 2. I don't know if that was number 2 or not. I'm going to just say it was. That one was a little lackluster. Really quick. I seen a title change coming about, and Braun Breaker makes sense. Powerhouse, right? So he'll hold it for. I want to see him like defend it on the show, like on Raw. That's the thing. Like, apart from the actual match itself, like I said, I'd like to see that happen a lot more. It happened a little bit with Sammy. He defended against, I believe, Gable on a Raw, and I believe he defended in a triple threat maybe on a Raw, or tried to, and there was an interference. Well, there wouldn't be an. I don't know. I can't remember what happened, but I want to see more of that. Anyway, I want to see more of the title getting mid-card titles should defended. I'd say on the show a lot more. They introduced a speed title, which I haven't really seen much of. But they're also going to bring in a women's speed title, which is something that's going to be like defended, I would assume, every week. But you want to see that like with like a television title, or if you're not going to implement a television title or like a third tier kind of title, then why don't you bring in? Why don't you let the second tier titles, not every week, but maybe every couple of weeks, every third week or so, when you have a you have a gap between PLEs, have it defended, right? That'd be cool. I'd like to see that. All right, let's see. Let's move into the Logan Paul LA Knight match, United States title. That one was pretty good. I liked how they incorporated in the whole Cleveland thing, where it was in Cleveland. They brought in MGK, is it? That was pretty cool. I like how they implemented that in. And it was time to see Logan Paul finally lose the title for sure. It was definitely time to see that title switch hands. LA Knight, big boost for him for sure. Fan favorite, definitely. So that'll be good. Same thing as the Intercontinental. I want to see it defended. We got a match at Bash at Berlin coming up. Santos Escobar and LA Knight for the United States title, which should be a good match. Shouldn't be too bad. But like I said, I want to see it defended on the show as well, on SmackDown as well, which would be lovely to see. Okay, moving on to the Bayley versus Jax. That is the Queen of the Ring. For winning the Queen of the Ring, she gets to challenge Bailey. That was a pretty good match. Pretty good match. The little bit of an interference from Tiffany kind of helped out in Nia's favor for sure. For sure, that was definitely, I think, the deciding factor, which kind of swung the match, the momentum of the match for sure. I'd give that one maybe a B minus. I'd give that a little bit better. I'd say that one had a little bit more to it than the Rhea Ripley Liv Morgan match. But again, still a little lackluster for sure. Definitely. Anybody can jump in at any time with their comments about the if they have anything like that. We're gonna move on to the grudge match: Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, special guest referee. This one was good. This one was really good. I like how they had a little homage to Undertaker, Shawn Michaels guest referee, and Bret Hart. That was a little kind of cool. Definitely. It's been a big build-up, big, huge build-up. Did it live all the way up to the hype? I don't think so. With that being said, it still was a pretty damn good match. The whole bracelet thing, I think that was a little too over the top. The fact that it ended up on Seth Rollins, that was just so stupid how they played that out. I think that was a little too much.
Granny Fulton.
But
welcome to the stream, baby.
If they could have left that aspect
what
out,
are you doing?
Maybe it could have been a little bit. I'd say it'd be a little bit better. It was kind of played out that whole angle, but now that kind of sets up into a rivalry with Seth Rollins, which is kind of what they're trying to do anyway, I believe. There's kind of like a triangle kind of rivalry going on, which is, it's not too bad. There's a little bit of heat there. We know Seth Rollins pretty well despises CM Punk, so there's that. Not that he likes McIntyre much more either, but I mean, it's
Nightbot. Welcome to
a friend
the stream,
of a friend
baby.
is my enemy or something, or
Epic.
Friend of something like
Codename
that.
Codename underscore
Something
Musty.
along those lines. Something along those lines. I gotta switch those up for when we're doing the cast too. I gotta look into that. Main event. Let's get to the main event, guys, because this is a big one. Cody Rhodes defending his disputed WWE Championship versus Solo Sikoa and the second coming Bloodline. This one was pretty good. It kind of was going back and forth a little bit. It looked good. The whole interference worked out with the numbers game. It was like the 2-on-2 and then the 2-on-2 help with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. And then obviously Jacob comes to continue to help Solo with the attack, the Bloodline attack, and then we had the return, of course, of Roman Reigns. One of the biggest moments, if not obviously the biggest moment probably in SummerSlam history, when Roman Reigns returned. I think it was something like 100 million people tuned into that and watched that and whatnot. So definitely one of the biggest moments, if not, like I said, the biggest moment. So that was pretty awesome. Turned and helped. It was more of like coincidental help towards Cody Rhodes. He was just trying to even the score with the whole tribal chief or wannabe tribal chief kind of thing that Solo Sikoa has going on. Obviously, that's going to play out. It also played out a little bit on SmackDown, where they went off the air with Roman taking care of the Bloodline a little bit. So I see that playing out. I see that going into War Games, which would be in Vancouver, actually. I mean, up here in the Great White North, up in Vancouver. So that'd be pretty good. War Games, Bloodline versus the the new and not so improved Bloodline versus the original. I see that kind of maybe playing out with Jey Uso kind of returning with Jimmy.
AM back.
We don't know who the fourth member may be. If they have a fourth member, we'll see. It could. It's hard to say how that might play out. Really hard to say how that might play out. But I don't know. It would be very interesting to see. Very interesting. Smiley, welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, we're talking about the blind. How that gonna play out, bro. With Roman's returning, like I said, I think they're gonna have a reunite of the bloodline with Jey and Jimmy Uso. Obviously, Payman coming back to be by his side as well. We're gonna see that. It's just a matter of when. I was kind of a little bit surprised. I'm not really surprised. I'd say I kind of like had a little ink that maybe he might be with him, but he wasn't. Friday night. At some point, I'm sure with Paul Heyman back with Roman Reigns as well. But that's what I see playing. I can see it playing out with a bloodline reunion of Usos. Might be a mystery member. Could be Jacob Fatu. That could play out where I've seen some rumors where they're talking about he could have been a spy for Roman Reigns, relaying information to Roman Reigns as to what's going on within the group and whatnot. So it could play out like that. Who knows? It could be a thing where The Rock might even come back and choose sides. And if this, let's just say he was to choose the solo side, well, maybe that's where we see it play out. Jacob being a spy, maybe even the numbers. Hard to say. Reef, good to see you, bro. Hard to say exactly how they're going to play that, but they're definitely working
Reef
into it with war
_hash
games.
dabs.
There's not really much else.
Welcome to the stream, baby.
That makes sense going into war games. What makes sense, right? As to be, that was a fly. I think, yeah. As to why would you get
Judgment Day in Bloodline New Era?
Okay, they could do something with that. They could have maybe two matches. If they did that, they could do a something along the lines of a new Judgment Day and a new. Yeah, I could see something maybe, but I could definitely. I don't see the two going against each other because it doesn't make sense. The two don't make any sense to go against each other on Raw. One's on SmackDown. I don't see that being a thing, but maybe two matches, like a Damian Priest with a new Judgment Day like type of thing versus Finn Balor's Judgment Day. I could see that, and then you could see a Roman Reigns with the Jimmy and Jay kind of thing versus Solo and their bloodline. Could definitely see that playing out like that for sure. But for the two to face each other, like I like the bloodline versus the Judgment Day, I don't see that happening. It doesn't make any sense for me. Definitely doesn't make any sense. Gunther, let's just let's go down the championship.
Johnny Knight.
Johnny Knight, good to see you.
Welcome to the stream, baby.
Quick little, we're almost.
Let's go.
We're only gonna run about a half hour. We're almost done with this one, but pretty well wrapping it up now. We talked about all the different matches, what we thought about them. Overall, the pay-per-view, I give it an A grade. With the top matches, I'd say Gunther Damian was a good match. I like that played out with Finn Balor kind of screwing him over and whatnot.
Sorry, I'm late setting up a few things for my live at 10 o'clock.
All good, brother. No worries, man. Yeah, but I like how that played out. It worked into a rivalry, and it's kind of a cheap and easy switch flop for Damien to go from like a heel who's like on the fence kind of deal, sort of. He's trying to be there, and he got that flop right. You got to easy out with the audience into uh, he's a bit of a tweener right now, but he's leaning towards babyface, right? Because the audience is kind of sympathetic for him with that.
People are saying that Moxley is coming back to help Roman.
Yeah,
I don't know how true that is.
See, I don't really see that being a thing because like Moxley's just a one number. It kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That's kind of a mixed match of we would have a mixed match of, say it was War Games. What's War Games? Is it 4-on-4? I think that's what it is. I think it's 4-on-4 in War Games. So we got Roman, we got the Usos. That makes sense, right? They reunite together, and then somebody's got to be number 4. Okay, Moxley. Okay, if he's number 4, that kind of would be okay, but it's like a mix-up of the Bloodline slash the Shield. It's a bit weird. And let's say Seth gets with them. Well, who's going to be number 4 in that situation?
But they're also saying Sammy going to help, but I don't know.
Sammy. I don't know. That would be different. That would be a little different if it was the Usos and Sami Zayn, maybe. Maybe. I think they're going to go a little bit more into the family. They could bring more people in from the family, yet there's still 2 or 3 independent wrestlers within
I understand
the,
why Dom betrayed Rhea, because Mommy don't do much like live, do live, build a home, not a club, right, bought a PS5 for the boys, help win belts for the boys, why not?
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, that was a good way they played that out. That was definitely a good way they played that out, Smiley. I like that. Jacob, see, yeah, Jacob could help.
There's also saying Jacob might help Roman and betrayed the new bloodline.
That could play out. That could play out. I see if that's a thing, I can see it playing with The Rock, maybe The Rock, or somebody else. Like they could bring in somebody else, another Fatu, because there's still more. They could come in and then maybe he betrays. I don't know. But it's got to be even numbers. It's going to have to be even numbers in one way or another going into War Games. That's definitely where it's going to play out, is War Games. It'll build up.
If you're new, you know what to do.
This smash whole like, thing little crank in general, on that sub. The whole stay easy, baby. Basically, call me hand, medium light skin tone. Stealing the bloodline away from Roman Reigns the whole way that Solo Sikoa did that, building his own bloodline and whatnot. That just worked in this favor of turning Roman Reigns without even having to do a single thing, lift a single finger. He's the ultimate baby.
Codename _Musty.
Every poll that I've seen in every group that I'm in that has anything to do with wrestling related, he's the number 1 babyface. He wins over Cody Rhodes big time, like tenfold. And nothing against Cody Rhodes. I mean, it's just that story's played its card right now. Like we don't need to see Roman win the WWE Championship right now. Maybe down the road we could see him win. And think about it this way: yes, he has the longest reign as WWE champion, which is
musty or like one of the longest. Farts by
he held the belt for
some merch.
However long, over 4 years or whatever it was.
All purchases include an alert. https://streamlabs.com/codename musty_cheese_farts/merch.
Yeah, hit me with the next one.
Check out the OTF One True Family merch. Call me hand medium light skin tone. https://streamlabs.com/czgmusty/merch. Maybe Cody could help Roman. That's what I'm also hearing.
Maybe kinda. It's hard to say.
Let's show more effect ion for Dom, but Mommy is okay. But if with Liv more.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Smiley. But yeah, it's hard to say how they're gonna play out the 4th. I did see the Usos getting back together. We haven't seen Jimmy since Solo took him out. Solo kicked him out of the bloodline and made it so like he was injured. I think that was like a time off scenario, but either way, injured, time off, whatever they want to say. He'll be back. I think it'll be a reuniting of the Usos. I don't know how exactly that'll play out. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know exactly how. Um, but I see that playing out. Yeah, see, that's very
Do you
questionable.
know how long Jacob is injured for?
I haven't really looked into that. That's very questionable because the way he landed
I think
and
Roman, Cody, Kevin, Jimmy, and Rondi will be together and form a new bloodline, man shrugging.
I can't. No, no, I don't see that. I don't see that. Not at all. But not at all. Especially not Kevin Owens. Definitely not. But as far as Jacob, that was questionable. It's hard to say it's like a legit injury. It looked pretty bad the way he landed on that table. It looked like he might have hurt his hamstrings or like did something there. So that could be a really bad injury. Like if that's an actual injury, that could play, um, that could mess up the whole his part of the storyline. At least they could have to improvise a little bit of his roles in things. If that is the case, if it's a whole, if it is like a just like kind of a quote unquote, what am I trying to say? If it's a kayfabe thing, right, then we'll see him come back at some point. I'm not sure how long, but we'll see him come back, and then he'll play his cards, right? Whether it be betraying the new bloodline, or sticking with them, we'll see him play his cards at some point. We'll see that, or he'll have to be replaced in some way. If we see him replaced like super quick, then we'll know it's like a legit injury. For the most part, I'll assume that. That's what I'll assume for sure. But going into Bash in Berlin, that's the next PLE. We're going to talk about that one coming up on episode 3 after we have that PLE and all that jazz. Watch it and we'll enjoy it. Some of the matches to go over so far that we know are set. We got Randy Orton is challenging
What do
for
you
the.
think is gonna happen with Judgment Day with the old members? Do you think they're going to build a new faction?
See, this we just kind of touched on a little bit there earlier with. Didn't you say that? Or Smiley did. Smiley said something about it. Okay, somebody said something anyway, and it could be. It could be a new Judgment Day thing. Who knows, man? Who knows? It's hard to say exactly, but who do you got to rely on? I mean, who you know, and you can't really put Rhea in there. You can't really do that. I mean, it'd be kind of awkward if. I mean, I suppose you could, but it'd be
All
kind of
donations are
weird if it
greatly
was like,
appreciated.
say,
https://streamlabs.com/codename/musty_cheese_farts/tip.
I don't know how that would work because I mean, you want Finn in there. You'd want to have Dom in there if you had Liv in there, and if it was only one other person, then I don't know. Like, who else do you get in there? Do you get in JD and leave out um, what's his name? Leave out Carlito S, but who are you gonna put up against them? Like, it's hard to say. Like, who's gonna join force with Damian Priest? It's very few and far between in the locker room that you can really think of that would fit that bill. Maybe, but I don't know. Hard to say. I see it being more of a like him and Rhea just kind of have each other's back sort of thing. I see that being the way it's going to play out. Maybe they're going to go on to their own kind of thing. I don't know. It's hard to say. It is really hard to say. I just don't know. I just can't think of who would join in with them. Like, I mean, the only thing I really think is Edge is the one who started the Judgment Day, and now Edge is on AEW. But I don't know. I can't really see Edge coming back. I don't really see that how that would play into it too, because Edge is only one other number. Who else would come with Edge? And who would make sense? Nobody. R-Truth maybe. Like you know what I mean? R-Truth and maybe the Miz joining up with them instead. But why? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Like the R-Truth thing could, it could be because now it's like he's really now officially fully in Judgment Day after all that, wanting to be in Judgment and whatnot. I don't know. Hard to say how that's gonna play. But, yeah, as far as championship, heading into Berlin, Randy Orton's gonna challenge Gunther. I see that one's going to be a pretty good match. I see that one going back and forth for sure. Gunther's going to retain. That's my prediction for sure. Um,
They can recruit people from NXT.
They could. I suppose they could do that. Maybe. Hard to say. It's very hard to say, Johnny. Very hard to say. But I'm going to say Gunther over Orton. That's my pick for the Bash at Berlin. Cody Rhodes and well, I'll wait for that one. We'll go for the U.S. title. That one's Santos Escobar and L.A. Knight. I'm going to say L.A. Knight retains. Intercontinental. I don't know if that one's set yet. Bye, Haley. See you, Haley. I don't know if the Intercontinental title's set yet.
Bye.
But I see either way. I see Braun retaining that one. Not sure about any other matches other than the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. That one's probably going to be really good. We might see some shenanigans, maybe bloodline shenanigans. Hard to say, but I see being a defense for Cody. Albeit it might be some kind of disqualification, maybe if the bloodline gets involved. But I see it being a defense for Cody either way, for sure. But that pretty well wraps up. We're up over half an hour now, guys. So that's gonna be it for this one. We next time we might have some guests on talking with us. I don't know if we'll see them visually, but they'll talk with us on. We'll get them in here. So if that wants to be you, Johnny, or anybody else wants to come talk some shop with us, let us know. Until the next time, y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and stay easy, my friends.